If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Hope you like Vesper totems, because this is a Carrion Shaman xmog. The shoulders, Blackrock Foundry, Mythic, of course that's from WoD. Now we're going to move on to the chest. So the chest and the legs are both from Shadowlands, but you can pick it up in Carrion Land, which is Spires of Ascension. Kintara is the boss, about 8% drop rate. Now we're going to spin you back to Warlords of Draenor, Earth Grasp Girdle, Blackrock Foundry, Heroic Xmog, 16% drop rate for the belt. Really like that belt. It's kind of worth getting for any hunter or shaman. Moving on to the legs, as we mentioned, Necrotic Wake is the place to get the legs, which are the Lickborn Laggard, so 2 dungeon pieces from Shadowlands. Moving on, we have a dwarf who's showing the feet. Necrotic Wake, also from Shadowlands. Necrotic Wake, obviously, dungeon. The wrist is Spires of Ascension. So we have Necrotic Wake, Spires of Ascension, and of course, Carrion Reward, a couple of pieces from WoD. The back is Bastion, so you're going to have to get it at Elysian Hold. You're going to need rep. You're going to have to progress with a renown to get those wings. Tabard of the Lightbringer, you have to get someone who has Frostmourne to take out the Lich King, get a quest, get a tabard. That's the way that works. Headpiece, Mana Tombs, Nexus, Prince, not Price, Shaver, made a boo-boo there. And the weapon, really cool looking weapon from Blackrock Foundry, Heroic Handsgar. Going with a dark look here for Shaman with a touch of teal, which I think makes it very unique. Shoulders are from Legion, Tomb Sargeras Mythic. Fallen Avatar drops those shoulders. Moving on to the chest is a vanilla drop from one of my favorite dungeons, Sunken Temple, Morpheus from, of course, what's that show? Oh man, The Matrix. Yeah. Anyway, he's Morpheus, 2 different things. Morpheus is a dragon. Anyway, the Tomb of Sargeras is the place. Mythic is the version to get the Waistguard of Interminable Unity, part of the same tier set as the shoulders, the head, and the gloves. The legs, Ebon Hold leggings, Blasted Land, various mobs there. Best bet, just buy it on the auction house, much like the chest piece. The feet, Sabatons of Defilement, Siege of Ogmar, LFR, Sun, Tenderheart is the boss, 14% on the drop rate. The hands are Tomb of Sargeras Mythic, so we pull in the belt, the head, the shoulders, the hands, all out of Tomb of Sargeras Mythic. Karazhan BC version for the Gilded Thorian Cloak, always worth getting, goes with everything. And the headpiece, Helmet of the Skybreaker, Tomb of Sargeras Mythic. Atragon is the boss. Moving on to the tabard, which is Rustbolt Resistance Tabard. Mechagon, Rustbolt Quartermaster, exalted in rep and gold. And the Gavel of Eridar, Hellfire Citadel. Well, there's a little bit of confusion here about the shoulders and the bracers, which come out of Siege of Ogmar Mythic. One source says you can't get it anymore, another source says you can. So, obviously, if you can get into Mythic, you could probably get the pieces. If you can't, it's either you have it or you're going to have to get it on the black market auction house. So keep that in mind for the shoulders and the bracers. As far as the belt here, you're looking at Nyalotha Heroic for that belt, and somehow that kind of works with this kind of earthy tone set. And the legs are part of the same set as the chest from Castle Nathria. Once again, that's Mythic. So we have Mythic, Siege of Ogmar, and Mythic Castle Nathria rounding out most of the pieces here. Next up, we have a dwarf showing the feet, which are Castle Nathria as well. So the boots, the legs, and the chest, Castle Nathria. The wrist, we talked about this, Siege of Ogmar Mythic, there's the boss, and the black market auction house. Moving on to the back, which is the Gilded Thorian Cloak. Strongly suggest you get this. Karazhan BC version, Drostrian Elhoof is the boss, 17% on the drop rate. Tabard is a rank 4 PvP reward. Siege of Ogmar, you got to get it this season. No, Siege of Ogmar would be wrong. That would be Ouroboros from the PvP vendor. The headpiece here, High Maul Heroic, the Butcher, And the final piece, the staff, which is from Old Year regular mode. And now we're moving to something green, and it kind of works. I guess green kind of works with green and blue, really work with Resto Shaman, I think, at least. But of course, you can do what you want. It's a free country. Do what you want. The whole idea of these transmog videos, really not to have people do it verbatim, but just simply give them ideas and maybe they figure, oh yeah, that would go good with this or that, mix, match. The belt here is Throne of Thunder Heroic. Rodin is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate to pick that up. That's of course from Mop. Moving on to the legs, which we're pulling straight out of the Eternal Palace LFR version. Queen Ashara is the boss to get the legs. The chest is also from the Eternal Palace Looking for Raid version. Now we have a dwarf showing the feet, which are basically Castle Nathria Mythic. No, that's wrong. That would be, once again, from the Eternal Palace. Boy, a lot of mistakes today. Anyway, the Eternal Palace LFR for the bracers. The back is Scout Spy Cloak. You loot it from the Scout's belongings. Check Wowhead to find out specifically where in Tanan Jungle. The Tabard, Lower City Tabard, you're going to need Rep, Satrath City, Lower City Quartermaster Golden Rep to get that Tabard. And the headpiece is straight out of the Burning Thrones. Agrimar is the boss. That's where you also get the shoulders, by the way. Burning Throne. And the weapon, Blackrock Foundry, Hansgar is the boss. Showcase in 5 of 6 here of the xmogs. This is gonna be a Necrolord set because we're pulling the shoulders, the belt, the boots, and the gloves all from Maldraxxus. Necrolord, progress through the campaign and you will gain access to this. I think you need to get up to about 22, maybe 20 on the campaign. Not exactly sure of the number, but you got to get up high up there to get all those pieces. The belt, Bladesworn, Tactician's Girdle, Maldraxxus, Necrolord campaign. It's a quest reward. So all you got to do is the campaign and you will get these pieces, because I know this because I got it on my Shaman, and that's what my Shaman is wearing, everything but the head. The legs are incorrect. The Black Forge leggings, you're pissed off buying those at the auction house, part of the same set as the chest. So I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm just trying to get these out and pressed for time, haven't been able to upload videos. Anyway, the wrist, Bladesworn Tactician's Gauntlets, which isn't the wrist, it's the hands. Oh boy, I'm embarrassed now. I am officially embarrassed, but whatever. The whole idea is for you to get an idea of what transmogs you want to make, and maybe you'll say, hey, I got a different idea for a chest and leg piece for that set, or maybe I have a different headpiece or different weapon. But the headpiece is Legion level engineering. I think there's a similar version from WoD level engineering, and the weapon is basically conquest points to pick up from PvP. I really like the look here. It's a mix of some BC pieces, Burning Crusade that is, and of course we're looking at some recent raid stuff, or PvP stuff from Shadowlands. On the shoulders, well, it's pretty much the only piece, and well, the bracers are from Shadowlands, but they're not PvP. Laughing Skull Harness, Black Morass, Temporis is the boss, he's a dragon. The belt is from Throne of Thunder. That's the three-headed snake boss, basically kind of a fair drop rate to pick up the links of the bifurcated tongue. Moving on to the legs, which are from the Underbog. So 2 Burning Crusade dungeons for the chest and the legs. I really like those 2 pieces, so they're definitely worth getting for any given hunter or shaman, that is. We got a Dwarf Shaman showing the feet, which are Sparkle Shell, Sabatons, Dire Maul, various mobs there. Best place to get it is the auction house, though. The wrist is a quest reward from Maldraxxus, so we got a lot of representation from Maldraxxus, see the last 2 sets. The back is the Cloak of Certain Reprieve, Netherstorm, BC PvP vendor, Marks of Honor. Just 1 Mark of Honor, I believe, to get that cloak. The tabard is the Arather Battle Tabard. You're not seeing it here. I thought I'd throw it in there because I think it works with this, and that's Alliance only, by the way. The Blades Edge Mountains quest reward to get the headpiece eye patch. Yes, I like eye patches. And the weapon, which is a one-handed mace straight out of Nazjatar, dropped from those brutes or the auction house. My name is Luxeley. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And if you do leave a like on one video per day, please consider leaving a like on the next Transmog video you watch from this channel. My name is Luxeley, and whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, make it epic.